A federal judge in Washington, D.C. has issued a temporary restraining order against the Trump administration's efforts to freeze federal funding. This all started back on January 27th with a memo that came out of the Office of Management and Budget that put a freeze on federal funding. And this included federal grants, loans, and other financial assistance programs. But without a whole lot of clarity of what that pause on funding meant for federal program beneficiaries, state governments, universities, nonprofits, etc. A coalition of nonprofits sued and were successful in getting a temporary stay or a pause on that federal funding freeze. Separately, a coalition of 22 attorneys general also sued, and they also were successful in getting a temporary restraining order against that federal funding freeze. The White House then said that they were going to rescind that Office of Management and Budget memo, but there wasn't a whole lot of clarity there either. They suggested they were just going to rescind the memo, not necessarily the freeze. Therefore, fast forward February 3rd, that federal judge in Washington, D.C. issued a restraining order expanding the scope of her initial pause. She essentially blocked the administration from implementing, giving effect to, or reinstating under a different name the directives of that original memo. She essentially said it doesn't matter what you call it, you can't do it. She ordered any open awards that were previously frozen to be released and asked for a progress report by February 7th. The judge said that order was necessary since funding problems remained despite the rescinding of that Office of Management and Budget memo. She faulted the administration for its efforts to interfere with Congress's appropriation of federal funds and said the administration was trying to override lawmakers' budget authority. Here's some messaging that came out of the Department of Health Services, which gives a little peace of mind to those federal program beneficiaries. And we're talking about people that get food share, food assistance, or Badger Care or Medicaid. The State Department of Health Services said Wisconsin's Medicaid and food share program continue to serve the people of Wisconsin who rely on them for health care and for food benefits, and members should continue to use their benefits and get to the care they need. Wisconsin will continue to monitor federal conversations and will share information on member news pages, and we link to those member news pages in the description below. So a little clarity from the state of Wisconsin, but still more to happen at the federal level. We will keep you posted. In the meantime, lots of things you can read: the judge's order, that original Office of Management and Budget memo, and more from the state of Wisconsin.